Nothing here. We'll have to keep looking. Rogue security system incoming! Our console interaction must have activated that. Well done! Quite the interruption. Now, where were we? It does seem like a line from Tarsine Fey's Axiom. Through harmony we are secure, through unity we are strong. Perhaps the redactions are an added security measure. The words seem to have been superimposed with others that cannot be translated, not unlike a palimpsest. But if this line reads anything like the other two, then I'm not sure why a redaction is needed. Me neither. Not in any of my interactions with Tarsine Fey. Either way, this unfortunately doesn't help us unlock the door. This is a partial biomedical display of Etherian energy readings. These readings indicate the presence of enhanced sensory organs, regenerative internal probes, and an energy-based core. It looks like the Etherian anatomical composition is 70% biological, 30% mechanical, and the rest of the data is missing. Strange. Perhaps there's another console in this room that contains the access code to the door. Heads up! Rogue security system incoming again! Predictable, I suppose. They've upped their offensive, likely due to a perceived increase in threat level aboard the ship.
Shield losing power.
That's it! The door is open! I'm detecting a life sign. Cognitive functions are compatible with the cooperative Borg. We're getting closer. What is this place? Look! It's Director Hugh! We better check his vitals. The director's life signs are stable, but he's been put into a stasis. Scans show the pods are equipped with an integrated dispenser valve and a medical interface connected to the ship's console system. We should be able to wake the director up by using a console command to activate the pod's dispenser. We just need to modify the output to release some sort of powerful stimulant. That would do it. Look out! It's the Etherean security system! Scanning the director's pod must have alerted them. We can hardly catch a break, can we? Let's activate the pod's dispenser. Excellent! The cordrazine should kick in shortly. It looks like getting out of this pod from the inside is the tricky part. From out here, it should be relatively simple. Excellent idea! Not my speciality, though, I'm afraid. Indeed, we could target the control panel with a localized EMP to fry the locking mechanism. We could also recalibrate the control panel to bypass security parameters altogether. The choice is yours. Let's give it a try. That's it! We can open the pod. Director Hugh, are you okay?
Where are my officers?
They're safe. They're on the Rescava. We beamed them out, but we've yet to find Tassine Faye.
Forget Faye. We need to get off this ship. I'm worried about Tassine Faye too, but not the way you are. The Ethereans? They've been lying to us. Here, look.
It's the missing data from the Etherean lab.
Through harmony, we are secure.
These biosigns.
Through unity, we are strong.
I don't understand. They're consistent with...
Borg. Yes, but also...
Through fusion, we are victorious.
Iconians.
Look out! It's getting away!
What was that?
A problem for later. Its escape has triggered some kind of red alert. Shields are up.
Damn, there goes our plan of beaming out.
There might be another way. Not the way I'd usually greet an ally of your distinction, but I suppose this is somewhat of a unique situation. I'll save the details of my gratitude for later. Needless to say, I owe you one. As for our escape plan, the raised shields do pose a problem. However, during my brief time aboard the Etherean ship, I learned that beaming out might not be the only option at our disposal.
Right. The Harmony's wall structures act as data nodes that store recordings of past events that have happened aboard the ship. We reverse-engineered the nodes in order to play them back, much like a holo recording.
Not the way I'd usually greet an...
Right. The Harmony's wall...
Your creativity is commendable. Well, however daunting that must have seemed, Tassine Faye's neutralization wasn't as effective as she'd hoped. It looks like the Etherians don't know enough about liberated Borg biology to knock us out entirely. Not yet, anyway. While I was being carried through the Etherian lab, slipping in and out of consciousness, I managed to send out a nanoprobe I had pre-programmed to scout for situational intel. Correct. This nanoprobe retrieves key data that is considered either useful or harmful. In this case, that included the hybrid Borg and Iconian biological composition of the Etherians, which the probe classified as potentially harmful. However, that's not all. The nanoprobe also detected massive energy spikes coming from a room on this level, up ahead. The energy type is consistent with the one emitted by the ship's portals. My guess is gateway technology. It could be Iconian. Hard to say. Your guess is as good as mine. Most importantly, my intelligence suggests the Etherians are not on their side. Or ours. At least not for now. Well, as a liberated Borg, or XB, as we used to call ourselves, I have hope that any civilization or individual might be open to reform. If they are anything like the Borg, or ancient Iconians we know of, then there might be a way to help them. But this isn't a hypothesis I'll live to test out if we don't get moving. That's a lesson I learned the hard way on another mission. So let's table this talk for a safer environment. Let's get out of here before more pots explode. The Harmony's defenses have locked the path behind us. The only way onward is forward. Call me Hugh. I've spent far too many stardates as a nameless.
Hugh it is. What are those?
Assimilation pods. Heads up! We got company.
Fighting them feels wrong. I thought we were allies.
Typically, I recommend setting phasers to stun, but that's a dance with assimilation I'd rather avoid, Admiral. Another hostile wave of Etherians incoming. Your reputation precedes you. Well done. Go! My nanoprobe is detecting elevated levels of gamma radiation nearby. The Harmony's core.
Granddad Bex!
The Etherians have lowered some sort of fractal containment fields blocking our path.
Leave it to me. I've become quite the expert on Etherian security systems.
Understood. We'll keep the Etherians at bay in the meantime.
Resist and you shall crumble. Accept and you shall ascend.
Another one? This influx seems endless. How's it looking, Admiral?
Almost there. The fractal containment field has been lowered.
Incredible.
Collaboration is fruitful. Why such discord in the face of harmony?
He is teleporting away. That's our chance. Let's get out of here.
I hope you're right about that gateway technology. A magnetic containment field protecting a cube-shaped reactor core.
Looks familiar, right? If only my tour had started in this room.
It's quite the display for a reactor core. It must be important to them.
Trapped again. It did seem too easy.
You're right, Hugh. These Granddad Bexes are beaming in with no end in sight.
There must be another way to defeat them.
I have a plan, but it's risky.
I'm all ears.
If we lower its containment field, we could fire at the reactor core to initiate a breach.
What about the gamma radiation leaking into the room, and the potential loss of life aboard the ship?
I'm willing to bet that putting the core at risk will initiate an emergency power transfer protocol. This would divert all main energy back to the core's containment field, interrupting Etherian transporters.
And likely divert power from the fractal containment fields too. A hell of a plan, Admiral.
And we'd have to backtrack into the room to carry it out.
A risk worth taking. Let's do it.
I'll get to work on this fractal containment field. The field has been lowered.
Let's act quickly. The Etherians aren't messing around.
I'm on it. Cover me. Reconfiguring security parameters.
How much longer, Admiral?
10 seconds!
You've got 5.
Done! The magnetic containment field has been lowered. Target the reactor core. Radiation levels are rising. We need to leave.
Let's go.
The control panel is malfunctioning. Cover me. I just need a couple of seconds.
Your second life awaits you, Hugh.
There, it's open. Where's Hugh?
There's something I need to do.
Radiation levels are too high. We need to leave. Emergency systems might seal this section off. This could be our last chance.
I know. That's why you should go ahead without me.
You can't save him, Hugh.
I know, but if I can get through, for even just a second, then it's worth a shot. I have to try.
Damn. We can't leave him behind.
Grendat Bex, that's your name, right? Where's Tassine Faye?
We are Grendat Bex. We are Tassine Faye. We are all at once, and soon you shall be too.
I'd rather die than be reassimilated.
It is the only way. Uprisers shall be quelled. Deniers shall be fused. You must join us. You must ascend.
Listen, it doesn't have to be like this. My people have the means to restore your freedom.
You misunderstand. We are free. We have long been freed from the shackles of Iconian rigor, and we have taken what serves us best from the Borg. We are evolved.
See, the trouble is, I think you think you're free, but you're not. Everything you're saying right now, that sounds an awful lot like a collective I used to be a part of. You think you don't have a choice, but if you ask me, you've just forgotten how to choose.
You are mistaken. We do not choose the ether. It chooses us. We follow its path.
Well, a wise man once told me, even when you think you don't have a choice, there always is one. I might not be able to help you now, but maybe I'll be able to help you one day. No one is beyond redemption.
We need to leave now.
I'm sorry. Follow me.
Incredible. An entire bay of gateways.
Admiral Kumarke, I've been told your scientific expertise lies in stellar stabilization and planetary restoration. How do you fare with gateway stabilization and remodulation?
You are in luck. These aren't too dissimilar from the Duret system gateway we encountered recently. I should be able to modify one of the gateway's frequencies to match the coordinates of our ships.
Perfect. In the meantime, I'll send out a call to the cooperative for additional backup. If my earlier distress signal worked, then the Yasutake should already be waiting for my return.
The Rescava is on standby. Right. I'll get started on the gateway.
Heads up! More hostile Etherians incoming.
Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong. Through fusion, we are victorious.
Nicely done, Admiral Camarque. Well, no time to waste. Let's see if this gateway takes us to our ships as intended. See you on the other side.
Glad to see you made it in one piece. Let's check in with the Rescava.
Loud and clear. It's good to see you both back on your ships. But this isn't over quite yet. The Harmony is hailing us.
Friends, this truly has been a grave misunderstanding. Remnants of our Iconian heritage, yes. To protect you from your own assumptions, of course. For your own benefit, on your path to a greater truth. The only truth. It does not have to be. Today's event was it not? Our mistake.
There must be a diplomatic way forward, even after today. Tassine Fei, my people and I.
Tassine Fei, I strongly suggest you consider this offer. It might be the only chance you get before the galaxy turns against you for your duplicity.
The galaxy will turn against itself long before it turns against us. We will watch from afar as factions burn and tear each other up. Your rejection of we learned from the best.
Your ship is compromised, Tassine Fei. Stand down.
You mark the path the Ether has laid before you, friend.
Friends. You are no friends. Friends do not force others to join their collective.
Harmony has severed our conflict. Damn it. Borg used those.
Let her go. This is just the beginning.
Control Borg incoming! Tarsian Faye led them through a reality vortex.
So she didn't need the cooperative help Axiom.
Curious, Lord, all along. Control Borg spilling to our universe as a complication and a cover-up? Another wave of Control Borg incoming!
Our records suggest getting others to do their dirty work. Well-known Iconian practice.
Good to know.
Unimpressed. The fight's not over yet.
Vortices are closing! We could use some more backup on our side.
I've made the call. Any moment now. Your perseverance reminds me of a friend of mine. Never took no for an answer. Backup arriving just in time, however. However, Faye's still out there somewhere, and what she said about the galaxy turning against itself may be true. Reports of Borg incursions are multiplying by the stardate, with an unusual increase in infighting among Control, Mirror, and Prime Borg. Right. We may well and truly be on the precipice of a new era, as Tassine Faye said, one of a multiversal war. For now, let's return to safety and regather our strength. More Ethereans could arrive unannounced at any moment. I will mask our warp signatures so we can return safely. A little trick I picked up during my unfortunate time in captivity many years ago. Once we're out of harm's way, I'll contact you to send over any information the Cooperative has on the Ethereans. Oh, before you leave, I wanted to thank you for coming to my aid. There was a time in which a person like you might have left a liberated Borg like me behind. I'm touched to see this is no longer the case. Though we are no longer the most despised people in the galaxy, forging alliances is still a delicate endeavor for us. This means a lot to me, and the Cooperative.
Today was eventful, to say the least. But I'm thankful I had you by my side through it all. We make quite the team. It only pains me that Tassine Faye was never really part of it. Yes, the Tholians never really took to the Ethereans, did they? In any case, I must return so I can forward Director Hughes' intel to the Lucari Concordium when I receive it. Reporting the possibility of a multiversal war with the Borg to our superiors will be an interesting conversation. I wish you the best of luck. Did your warp out also malfunction? How odd. This happened to me recently on another Lucari ship. I'll be sure to report it. Let's try that again. Stay safe out there.
Here's the intel we gathered on the Ethereans. It appears they are alternate universe Iconians, who fused with the Borg to forego assimilation, an event as yet unheard of. Their advanced Iconian technology and knack for deception has also been cause for great concern. Multiple reports of Cooperative ship malfunctions after first contact with the Ethereans have now surfaced. Lastly, during my time aboard the Harmony, I overheard Tassine Faye speak of the creature that escaped. I activated my translator just in time to hear her call it the Chimeran specimen. That's all I have for now. I'll reach out if anything changes. Do not hesitate to do the same, should you need us.
Congratulations, Admiral.